Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Zombie Dance Party. I'm your host, Hive Tyrant 424, and this is episode number 12. I'm just finishing up the third floor base here, where I'm going to eventually have all of the power generation. I'm leaving a big hole in the middle there to run power lines down, and that's going to end up being our way up to the drawbridge that connects us to the audition tower. Now, I had some time to think about that last audition, and I think I'd like to upgrade the ramp some more. I'm going to add some lighting to, make it easier to see our contestants as they climb. I don't think those torches I have on the side are enough. I also think I'm going to add some more concrete to those fence posts at the top. Maybe make it a bit harder for your random ranged attacks to hit the posts and take them out. And, as always, it's important to plan ahead, so I'm going to move my cement mixers to their final location and get them working on more concrete mix. My forges are cooking away, as you see below there. I basically have them running constantly. I know it attracts more screamers, but those turrets on the stairs, covering the stairs there, have really done a fantastic job of keeping the looky-loos from getting involved, coming in here and causing too much trouble. I have those support pillars in the middle there, and I have moved my bedroll out of the middle of the floor. So the second floor is now wide open for manufacturing and putting things away. Want to make sure that we don't have anything interfering with our ability to move around. I don't like, having to jump around or jump over things in the middle of my floor. I guess that's a habit I got from driving truck, is keeping things, everything in its place and a place for everything. So almost on the floor or ceiling, depending on how you want to look at it. I'm not sure how many generators and battery banks I'm going to have up here. It really does depend on, how much stuff we have. I'm most of my construction, most of my end game stuff is very electric heavy. So I imagine I will have, probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 8 to 10 generator banks and, a similar number of battery banks. I need to do some experimenting though with the batteries and the battery banks to see if there's some electrical principles that I want to see if they apply. So there we go. The third floor is all done. God, I wish I could just leave it as the wet concrete look. I love that look. I like the raw, dried concrete look that you see there on the right as we're coming down the stairs. What the concrete ends up looking like when you're done and it dries, but I really like that wet concrete look. I wish there was a paint that I could use to make that. As I said, I'm just thinking ahead here and getting some stuff done. And the forge is full of stone. I haven't set it to churn out any cement yet because I've had it working on other things. So yeah, our turrets are in place, and I checked them not too long ago. They've got a lot of ammo, so we're good there. And yeah, there we go. Let's yeah, I made a lot of sand, as you can see. This is what I was talking about before with running out of room to put stuff. So I'm actually, you know what? I think I'm going to move everything around here before I get going too far ahead. Because I have nowhere to put this 623 sand. Yeah, got a screamer with the turrets there, and they're doing their job. Now I'll stick the sand in here. Eventually I'll need sand in at least one forge to make bulletproof glass, so I think that's what I'll get that sand working into, because I don't really need it right now. So I'm going to move my cement mixers here. I'm tired of being in the middle of the floor, and you got to look around this pillar here in order to use them. I could stand behind them, but it's not the point. They're in the way. So This is one of the many benefits of having the land claim even in single player. And this was something I did not know for the longest time, was that you could pick stuff up and move it, but only if you had a land claim down. If I had placed these cement mixers just, in a base that I hadn't land claimed, I wouldn't be able to pick them up. Wherever I dropped them, that would be where they would sit until I put down a land claim. So, very important that you remember not to delete your land claim because you're in a single player game. I used to do that. I don't do that anymore. Grab both of these. You know what? Hang on a sec. Let me get this one up here and get it working back on that concrete. Then I'll grab this one. The time it takes me to pick this thing up, I could have had that other one churning out, I don't know, probably 7 or 8 cement mix or concrete mix. Every little bit helps. Alright, there we go. Now I can queue up a whole lot of cement or concrete mix. So what I'll do is I'll fill my inventory almost completely with cement, and I like to keep things as even as possible. If I need 21,000 cement mix or concrete mix put together, there's no sense in queuing all 21,000 in one cement mixer when I've got 3 cement mixers. So 21,000 divided by 3, what is that? 7,000 apiece? Yeah, 7,000. So I just queue up 7,000 in one cement mixer and then grab enough materials to do 7,000 in the next. As you can see, I'm queuing up 10,000 in each of these guys because I've got the materials and I'm definitely going to need that much concrete. And more. The big dance hall it's going to take a lot of concrete mix. There we go. So, in a while, don't need it right now because I'm not doing a whole lot of construction, but in a little while we'll have another 30,000 cement mix ready to go. Concrete mix, cement mix. I think what I'm going to do is, I'm going to make a separate storage for each of the components for cement mix because I'm starting to run out of room pretty fast when it comes to the materials. So I'll have a separate component or a separate storage for each component, and then another one for just the finished product and the rebar. I need the rebar in order to use most of the concrete mix, and you know what? You see I've got my nail gun down there. I'm always going to put it in this box because I actually a little while ago I lost it. I couldn't find it. I mean, I put it someplace clever because I needed to get it out of my inventory. I'm not sure. I don't remember the circumstances behind why, but I had put it in some other container other than where I kept the concrete mix, and then I couldn't find it when I went to go and build something, and I started to panic. I was like, I thought I'd either sold it or scrapped it by mistake. So I mean, you can imagine my relief when I found it again, and now when I'm not using that nail gun, it goes in the same container every time where I keep concrete mix, just because I need the nail gun to use concrete mix, and I need concrete mix to use the nail gun. So it seems to make sense. Yeah, we'll get some more cement mix. I think I had a bunch queued up. Yeah, I had a bunch queued up here, and the forges are still cooking stone. The bulk of the time, that's what they'll cook. Eventually, I'll have probably about half of them making forged steel. But for right now, concrete is the material I need the most of. Get all this cement put away because we've got 30,000 already producing in our cement mixers. Don't really need this stuff right now, but you got to think ahead. It's the most important thing to remember when you're playing this game and you're building is you've got to think ahead. If you wait until you need the cement mix to make the cement mix, then you're going to be either in big trouble or you're going to end up waiting anyways. So, that's all the work I'm going to do for now. I'll see you guys in a little bit. I'm going to head out and take care of those jobs. There we are, back at the audition tower, and I'm going to go ahead and put those concrete protections up that I was talking about for the fence posts. I'm just not a fan of the electrical components of my audition tower getting damaged, and then I have to make up for it with bullets. You can see I've got I didn't really catch it, 4 or 5 stacks of 5.56 ammunition, but that's not a lot. It seems like a lot, but it's really not. When you're going full auto with an AK-47, it goes fast. It's been referred to in other game systems as turning on the lead hose, and cannot be truer, really. Ooh, no, don't want that. I like using the angled ramp blocks on the undersides of stuff. It looks better, I think. Concrete these up. Alright, now that fence post shouldn't take any collateral damage. Get a relay on here. I'm actually going to put a spotlight on each of these pillars, so I don't want to wire the spotlight directly to the fence post in case the fence post gets damaged. You know what? I don't think that's high enough, because that relay sits up really tall, so even if the fence post doesn't take damage, I mean, the relay that powers it gets damaged, the result is going to be the same. So I think I'll build it up another layer here, maybe 2. Let's see. Because I hope the pillar can hold it all. This is one of those times when knowing the math of structural integrity would actually be pretty helpful. I guess we'll find out if the tower collapses while I'm building it, and I'm on it, so it's not like I'm going to miss it. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I like that. That's much better. I can put the relay inside here. There we go. Yeah, I like that, because by the time the cops are, and they're the ones, their spit is what damages my electronics there on those posts. By the time they're at an angle where they should be able to hit those relays, then they're not shooting at the relays, they're shooting at me. We'll get this spotlight thrown up here on the pillar, and I already have one on the other side. We're gonna get it all wired up. This, by the way, I don't play in creative mode. Again, I have nothing against people that do, but I've noticed that if I were to build in creative mode, this is the one thing that I've seen a few videos from other game systems and this one of people who are building and showing you how they build stuff in creative mode. But then I'm like, so how do I do that in survival? Because I can't fly in survival. So I like building everything in survival mode. Real time. It's a lot more. Just it has a more real feel to it, and the big advantage being that you don't have to wonder how you're going to get on top of that thing to get it done this or whatever and what have you. So I decided to move the power for this setup inside the tower completely, and then run it through my kill switch up in the observation lounge. I'm going to end up having one wire stringing across the space here, which I'm not terribly happy about, but burying the wires would take more time than I have for this particular project. It's day 39. We only have 3 days to go until the next audition, and I've got so much stuff to do, so. Whew, there we go. I barely made it back in time to start the audition. I had to make more ammo for Wendy, my AK-47. I named her that because she makes good hamburger. Now, you can see the difference those spotlights make. Take a look. It's so much easier to see the contestants. I did also pick up a rank 1 M60 when I was out doing those jobs, so I'm going to use it tonight and save a bit of durability on Wendy, but I'm definitely going to need a much better rank of M60 before I really use it all that much. As you saw, I already blew through one belt of ammunition with that M60. I haven't put a drum magazine or a box. Drum box? Can't remember. I haven't put one of those on it yet, but I probably won't for a rank 1 M60. Not really worth it. I do have some hollow point ammo I'll try and get to. As you saw there, after I opened up the ammo box on the tower and pulled it out, I've got 1,400 rounds of 7.62, plus 460 rounds of hollow point, which I'm going to switch to, so yeah. There we go. Doesn't work very well on the soldiers, but there are not that many of them so far, and it does wicked damage to all the other zombies, so. Alright, let's have ourselves some fun. Oh man, what a great audition night. Look at that. They're still coming and it's after 4 o'clock. I think that was our best turnout yet, despite a few problems we had along the way there. You saw the pillars held up well. They're both still standing. I think one of the fence posts did somehow break pretty early on. I'm going to have to think about that and see if I can't solve that problem before our next audition. I want those posts running the whole audition if I can get them that way. That's going to be about all the time we've got for this episode. Well, look at these guys. They're still coming. Alright, let's get this finished. Look at all those loot bags down there. And the dogs. That's a lot of bones. I'm happy. That was a great turnout. What do we have? 708 kills. Guys, this tower system is working out beautifully. Alright, I will see you guys all in the next episode. Thanks again so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button.